EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Check.
On first down, it's Bishop, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ray. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to air one out. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. back to throw. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defense.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off play action. Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd down, it's Bishop. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard. Clock runs, less than a minute to go in an entertaining first quarter of play. Jones now to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there and he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll run on first down. Bishop. They find some open field here. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They go play action with Jackson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now Jones on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers. And they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. He'll find Bateman once more. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
He finds his man complete. That's Bishop. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 30 on second down, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Here's Jones. Off play action. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
On third down, Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. On first down, it's Bishop, and he stopped immediately there.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And take it right on the 30.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Smith catches left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Jones throwing on 1st down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Myers.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. High throw. makes the catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw is Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. There he goes, right side. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Now Jones on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here, because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw again.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion.